Good morning, everybody. So we've already taken Homestead Girl 1 down to basketball. We actually need to leave here in a little bit to go pick her up. And I'm going to drop off both Homestead Boys 1 and 2, and they're going to stay there for the duration. It'll save me another trip down and back. I did want to let you guys know, it looks like I have someone to cut my hay. A neighbor down the street who has cattle said he might be able to help me out, so I'm hoping that works out. If that doesn't work out, there's one more person that my friend who sold me Prudence has that I might be able to call, but I'm hoping that the guy down the street works out. Also, the number is currently at 5. This morning we had another chipmunk. So I've got to reset that trap, and man, I would have never thought there was 5 chipmunks here. So who knows how many we'll end up with, but got to get that done. I need to get I really would like to get the raised garden bed built and filled today, because today's supposed to be like 75, tomorrow's supposed to be like 75 or 77, but this weekend it's supposed to get up into the mid 80s and then 90, and through next weekend it's supposed to be near 90 here. So that would be a great time to have the pool up and running. I'd really like to get that done. Well, I got the last garden box planted or built. I still have to fill it. I'll take that saw out before I do that. And then I can get started on leveling out for the pool. I also need to, there's a tree. So where they're going to be haying over there, right over there, where they would pull off of the street into my field, there's a tree down, and it's kind of hung up. So I need to pull that out of there as well. So I get that done here pretty quickly as time moves on. The other thing is, where I planted those nut trees, I like where I planted them, but the gentleman who's going to be haying for me is not a huge fan of having to go around things. So I'm kind of thinking the trees that survived, I may bring up here and plant where the vineyard was, since none of the grapes have survived there, and the trees seem to be doing okay. I think I'm going to bring any living nut trees from over there to just behind these trees here. I think that's what I'm going to do. At least that's the plan as of right now. And just like that, we've got a filled garden bed. You can see it kind of slopes down. I'm just going to have to deal with that. It's not a level area, and that's where I'm putting it. So it'll be fine. Moving on to the pool. Okay, I got it. There's a bee. Or a wasp. Okay, I got it rough leveled. You can see I put some topsoil down. I still need to get a board with a level, but this at least gives me a really good start. Eyeball test says it's pretty close. I'm not sure if that's true or not. We'll let the level decide. But I gotta go pick up the kids from basketball. I'm out of here. Okay, I'm back from picking up the kids. I've been using this 2x4 and level, and I've got it pretty darn close. I need to measure and make sure that I've got it wide enough. I may bring some more dirt over just to get around the edges and make sure that I've got enough, but we're pretty darn close. And then it came with that tarp there. It's a pretty chintzy tarp, so I'll put that down. Actually, I put those 2 tarps down before. I'll put those 2 tarps down, then I'll put the tarp that came with the pool, and then I'll put the pool on top. Having just put topsoil down and raked it, I know that there's nothing big and sharp poking out, so we should be good with that. And then I can start filling it up so that we can enjoy it as the weather gets hotter here in the next couple days. Well, I really don't want to have to do this again, so I'm trying to take my time with filling it up and making sure that the sides are all pulled out level and pulled out all the way. So I've got to take the kids to swimming in about, about 10 minutes. So I'm gonna let this fill for 10 minutes, and then I'm gonna turn the water off when we go. It looks like the water's kind of sitting in the middle, which is what I want, whereas last time the water all went to one side. So if anything, it's kind of coming this way, but I think it's pretty close to level. It should be really close to level. I don't want to have to do this again. This hose water, it's really cold. My feet are freezing. So I'm gonna turn this off and get out of here and just keep watching it, and I'll give you guys updates as possible. So, of course, I was in a rush when we were leaving because we needed to get the kids to swim, and I forgot to turn off the hose. Good news is, it looks like everything's going well. I had pulled everything out. It doesn't look like there's any folds in the bottom. I think, there's a couple little like wrinkles. I don't know if you guys can see them. But I'm gonna leave those alone. There's not, if I pull on one part, another part, wrinkles up. So I think I'm gonna leave it the way it is. The good news is it's kind of filling uniformly. Like, it looks like there's as much water over on this side as there is on this side. And the same thing with here versus there. So, hopefully it's level enough that everything goes straight up. The pool's great. We can enjoy it this weekend when it's 87 and 90. And my kids think they have a great dad. Hopefully. You've seen how this pool's gone so far. I wouldn't be surprised if something else happens, but so far so good. So I may need to relocate my hives here at some point in the not too distant future. That one, I used to be able to walk through here no problem. I mean, I can still get through here, but it's still growing in. So I need to move these guys. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it is a beautiful evening. It's probably 70 degrees right now. There's hardly any wind, which is nice because it's just been really breezy lately. But the pool seems to be rising at the same level all the way around. And there might be a few little whoopsie daisies here and there, but all in all, it looks like it's going up pretty uniformly. So I'm gonna let it go up for a while. I'm gonna turn off the water before I go to bed. But I've been walking around it to make sure that the sides are all going up and they're not getting caught underneath. Like I said earlier, I made sure that I was pulling it out so the bottom was, that big circle was all flat and ready to go. And I just inflated the top ring so it's got a ton of air in it. We should be good to go. So hopefully tomorrow it's high enough where I can start the pump and the filter and get some chlorine in there and have us ready for this weekend. So till next time, I will see you guys in the comments. If you haven't already, think about subscribing if you think anything on here is worth it. And please comment. I love interacting with you guys on comments. It is a lot of fun for me. I hope it's a lot of fun for you guys. We'll see you guys in the next video.